In today's tutorial, we are going to learn how to configure our custom database with Liferay 7 instance. In past tutorial, I have shown you how we can do the installation for Liferay 7 with the default HSQL database. But in this tutorial, we are going to learn how we can create our own custom database and configure that with the Liferay instance. So to configure a database, we have actually two options. First is we can configure the database when we are starting our Liferay for the first time. There we have the option to change the database. And second option is through the portal ext properties. So first let's see how we can configure the custom database with the UI. Sorry. So first of all, what you need to do is to start your Tomcat. We have already learned how to start it. Just click on your startup.bat inside the bin file. So I have already started that and my server is getting started. Till that time we will create our custom database that we are going to configure in our this Liferay 7 instance. So before creating database, let me tell you, like for Liferay 7 we need to have here I am going to show you demo with the MySQL, and if you are going to use MySQL as your database, then for that you need to have at least 5.6.4 version of MySQL. In my machine I was working with MySQL 5.5, and with that, when I was trying to configure my database in Liferay 7, then it was not configuring it. My server was getting shut down automatically, and because it was not able to connect to the database, because the base version or the minimum version that it requires for Liferay 7 is 5.6.4. so then I have updated my MySQL to the latest version, that is 5.7. so you will also have to upgrade your MySQL if you are having a version lower than 5.6.4. so now we will create a new database. I will name it as lportal 7 community edition, and the char set and collation is default. So here my database is created. Right now there are no tables, and we will have to wait until our database our Liferay server is started. Okay, so as you can see, my server is started. Here we have got this server startup message, and I can see the basic configuration screen. So this we have already done, but this time we are going to change the database. Here you can see like it is using the default database, that is Hypersonic, and as we have to use our custom database, then we will change it. I'm using MySQL database, so here I will select MySQL. So it will construct the JDBC URL accordingly. But as you can see, this is lportal. This lportal is nothing but the name of the database that it has by default. But in my database, I have created the database with name lportal 7CE. So I have to change it to that, lportal 7CE. After doing this, you need to change the username and the password for your database, and then click on finish configuration. So when you click on the finish configuration, it will show you a successful message like your configuration was saved successful, and you can also see that the configuration that we have done is saved inside the portal setup wizard.properties, and it says changes will take effect once the portal is restarted. Please restart the portal now. So first we will verify what changes have been done to the portal setup wizard. Here is this. Inside this portal setup wizard you can see like this is the default email address, the username, the driver class for the database that we have chosen, the root and the password and the root, and this is the URL that we have seen there, and this is the name of the database that we have configured. So the database configuration is been done to the portal setup wizard properties when you are doing it from the user interface. When you are, the other way is to do it with the portal ext properties. So when you do it with portal ext properties, at that time you don't need that database details inside this portal setup wizard, because you are extending those properties, so we need to keep it inside the portal ext properties. So now as we have got the message, we need to restart the portal, because when we will restart, let's see what changes have occurred. So here you can see still there is no table inside our database. Now when we will restart our server, then it will create the tables, the default tables required for Liferay. So I will shut down my Tomcat and then restart it. So my server is stopped. Now I'm going to restart it. Startup.batch. So let's wait until the server gets started. So the server has now been started and you can see. Okay, now we will do sign in. Behind the scene, when it was actually starting the server, it was running the SQL scripts to create the default tables that are required for Liferay to work. So I have done the sign in with the admin user. Now we have to accept the terms of use. So these are all the basic steps that we have already repeated. I'll show you the tables. Like this was the case when there were no tables inside this database. Now we will refresh it again and expand the tables. Here you can see like these are the tables that have been created by the Liferay SQL scripts when we have restarted the server after configuring the database. Okay, so this was the first method where we have configured the custom database using the user interface of Liferay. The other way that I have already told you is we can configure a custom database using portal ext properties. So for that, what we have to do, we will go to the level of the root directory where portal setup wizard has been created, and we will create a new properties file. Portal ext.properties. Okay, it should have the extension .properties. Open this file. In this file we have to add the database properties or any property that you want to extend from the portal properties. So for now, these are the 4 properties that are related to database, which we will copy here. So you can see the driver, the username, the password, and the JDBC URL, which contains the lportal 7CE. This is the name of my database. So you have to create portal.exe properties and these database related properties in the folder at the level of Tomcat, like the place where portal setup wizard has been created. And now remove these properties from the portal setup wizard, save it, and then stop your server and start it again. So in current scenario, what will happen, like we have already added the table, we have already configured the custom database. The only change that we have done is we have moved the database properties from this portal setup wizard to portal.exe properties. So when you restart the server, there won't be any change because the database is already existing in the MySQL database. So to check if the server configuration with database using portal.exe is actually working or not, what we can do, we can just rename this this database and use a different name, or we can create a new database and then configure that database name in portal.exe properties. Or the other option is like delete this database, like what I am doing. So I have deleted this database and I will recreate it and then restart my Tomcat. So now when I will restart my Tomcat, it will take the database properties from portal.exe and it will again create the tables inside that database, because when it will do this startup, it will check like there is the database exists but the tables doesn't exist, so it will run the SQL scripts for that. So these are the two ways in which we can configure our custom database for Liferay. And just make sure you are always using MySQL version that is greater than or equal to 5.6.4. And also regarding the properties, I want to tell you, like first the order of the properties that are the preference or the privilege. First preference is given to the portal.properties that exists inside the portal impl jar. Then after that the portal bundle, then the portal.exe properties that we have added, and then portal setup wizard. So when we have done the configuration using user interface of Liferay, the database properties were configured inside portal setup wizard and there was no portal.exe properties. But now as we have added the database properties inside portal.exe properties, so it will have higher preference. So even if you don't delete the portal database properties from portal setup wizard, it will always take from portal.exe, because portal.exe is having higher preference over portal setup wizard. So whatever database properties that you have added here inside portal.exe, that will have higher precedence over this portal setup wizard properties. Okay, so that's it in this tutorial. In next tutorial we will learn something new. So thank you for watching. Bye, take care.